In this video, I would like to talk about the coronavirus, how to deal with it, and if it's gonna come for a long time, and if how to make money during the epidemic, and what are the best options, solutions, thoughts that I have to fight for you and for your family. Obviously, everybody talks about washing the hands and doing personal hygiene. For me, I love to touch my face and put my hands on my face, so I'm trying to monitor and do it as little as possible, and have napkins and sanitizers, all kind of stuff, so I do minimize the touch of my face. At least try to pay attention to this. Number two, I think that the price for the cars might go up, and sales will go up, and people try not to take the subway or Uber or any transportation that might have other people in them or strangers, and the having a personal car in the city. If in the past, when you have MTA and a subway and all Uber, it was not an issue. Right now, I think it might become more prevalent need. Another thing that I think would work for the folks is the writing skills. If you're someone like Megan and capable like me and capable to write, and especially if you can write good, I think it's will be helpful, and you can make money, and you can get an audience, and people will be captive. They stay home, they have nothing to do, they will watch, they will read, they will listen. So being able to communicate, writing, doing podcast, or writing, or making a video, whatever way of communication is easier for you and better. But if you can tell a story, if you can produce a good content, you might be able to get paid and earn a living from that way. Another thing my point that I want to say is the local shoots on the nature. I think that it's possible to, even though if we look at the example happening in Italy and some other heavy parts of the world where the virus is spreading drastically, big events are not allowed. Weddings, birthdays, whatever, the gatherings of people are not allowed, prohibited. So a small shoot, or maybe one photographer, one model, or designer, very limited number of people on nature might be pretty safe, and might be still a way of doing content. So when I have passed for the pretty sterile beaches, some of you know, so we can still do those. Another thing that I did successfully recently for another shoot for a designer in museums. I have passed for about 100 of those for New York City, and some of them are not so popular. So if we don't touch the parts of museum, we don't paintings or stairways, and we'll wash everything clearly. Obviously, with a small scale, like a model and me as a photographer and filmmaker, it's possible to produce content as long as it's done carefully, and we're getting better at this every time, so we don't get kicked out. And what else? So I think my 300 plus Facebook pages are pretty good in that sense, to produce backlinks. So maybe we can do the more of those. So that's producing a lot of backlinks, and that's getting things notice. So let me know if you have thoughts about that and how we can use my pages or maybe collaborate with yours. As far as other social media posts, I see a friend of mine, Jennifer, is doing seminars, and where she's trying to charge people for the classes, let's say in the real estate literacy on social media. Hopefully she will be successful. If something like that will work, maybe I can, we can do a couple of filming of those seminars. I apologize for being tired. It's late night, and I try to spend a day doing productive stuff that pays immediately, and does something that matters for me and my family. And when I have a little bit of free time, I can record something for the universe, for you guys. And I apologize. I was supposed to have full energy and be bouncing and off the wall, but it's end of the day, so I'm having tea, not a coffee. So it's about to finish my day. But I just want to share some thoughts and kind of do it as a diary for as things progress towards the coronavirus epidemic. So look, what's capable to do, look what's not. Maybe it's interesting not only for me but for some of you guys as well. I guess I kind of squeezed all my recent thoughts into this short, maybe long video. I don't think I have time and interest to sit and edit through this, but one more note. I was doing like a wedding anniversary videography recently for a friend of mine, and recently, yesterday. And I'd like to tell you, it's so many kids, so many people there, everybody hugging, kissing. I don't think the prayers that people say is enough to like Hashem is good, but I don't know if it will protect against the virus. Israel is doing tremendous steps to minimize the impact. Like 14 days quarantine for everybody who comes to the country. That's pretty remarkable. And right now I have members of my family on the islands having a good time, but I'm concerned that if by the time they come back, they would not face the quarantine in airport for themselves. Hopefully this is just precautions, and things will go back to normal as soon as possible. But we don't know how fast the vaccine is coming, and how effective it will be, and how much damage the virus will bring to the world. Meanwhile, thank you.